Watch the video. With this level of honor and respect shown to you, you know that you are a VIP visitor in the country. A few days ago, President Xi Jinping of China was in Saudi Arabia to talk business. You know, I tell people, a friend in need is a friend indeed. We all know how troublesome the relationship between America and Saudi Arabia has been throughout the years. And now Saudi are like, maybe we should look for another friend somewhere who is not going to judge us on our human right, who is not going to condemn us on doing some of the things we think are right, but they think are wrong. We need a friend who is going to understand us. We're going to understand our culture, our tradition, who is not going to interfere with our domestic politics. And that friend is China. So, you know, China is one of those countries that they don't interfere. At least that's what they say, right? Now, Saudi's like, yeah, maybe we should stop being friends with America. What kind of friend is America that judges you on every single thing you do? that condemns you when you do something wrong. They condemn you. That maybe we should look for a new friend, someone who is going to respect you, respect your rules, respect your laws, respect your cultures and your traditions, who is not going to be very judgmental. So Saudi has decided that now is the time for them to look for a new best friend. That America has been so nagging and complaining and talking about every single thing. So the friendship with America is not that good as they thought. So China was invited to attend the Arab Summit. And here's what they have to say. China's Xi calls for oil trade in Yuan at Gulf Summit in Riyadh. So the Chinese president uses opportunity to increase China's interest by asking for the Arab state to sell their oil to China in Yuan. You know, up to now, Arab states or Gulf states sell oil only in dollar, and there have been a lot of issues with that, especially the recent sanction on Russia when they invaded Ukraine. So many countries are like, maybe we should look for another source or another means of transaction out of the dollar, which I personally think is a great idea, because having monopoly or letting someone have monopoly or exclusive right on anything whatsoever is a very, very bad idea. There must be competition so that the consumers can get the best. That is why China is now making a play with Yuan. China is trying to build a block of countries where they can use Yuan for all their transactions instead of using the dollar. President Xi Jinping told Gulf Arab leaders on Friday that China would work to buy oil and gas in Yuan, a move that would support Beijing's goal to establish its currency internationally and weakens the US dollar's grip on world trade. She was speaking in Saudi Arabia, where Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman hosted two milestones Arab summit with the Chinese leader, top oil exporter Saudi Arabia and economic giant Qatar both sent strong messages during Xi's visit on non-interference at a time when Riyadh's relationship with Washington has been tested over human rights, energy policy, and Russia. Any move by Saudi Arabia to ditch the dollar in its oil trade would be a seismic political move, which Riyadh had previously threatened in the face of possible US legislation exposing OPEC members to antitrust lawsuits. China's growing influence in the Gulf has unnerved the United States. Deepening economic ties were tough during Xi's visit, where he was greeted with pomp and ceremony, and on Friday met with Gulf states and attended a wider summit with leaders of Arab League countries. Xi Jinping is trying to change the status quo. Xi Jinping is trying to push forward the yuan to become a global currency that people can use for trading. But there's just one thing that I think that it might not be easy for Xi to push the yuan into an international currency right now because most countries in the world trade with dollar. So it will be very difficult for them to just divert all of a sudden into start trading with yuan, especially Saudi Arabia. Saudi buys most of its weapons from the US and from the West with dollar. So if Saudi sells its highest commodity, that is oil and gas, to China with yuan, how is Saudi going to get enough dollar reserve to buy weapons from America and the West? So you see that that will be a problem for Saudi. But it's left to see how all this will play out. So let's hope that maybe in the nearer future, we might have another international currency that we can use for trade. And I think having more than one source of anything is a good deal for the consumers. But you guys out there, what do you think about Xi Jinping's play to make yuan a global currency? Do you think we can see that being practiced in the nearest future, or it will just die like any other thing that people have been talking about? So let us know in the comment section below because like always, we love hearing what you have to say. Thank you very much for watching this video and like always, see you in the next one. Cut.